I always thought my dad was a little weird. He had a thing for energy drinks, wore socks with sandals, and still called my best friend home slice. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for what he did last spring. It started on a perfectly average Monday. I was sitting in class, half asleep, when our teacher announced a new student joining mid-semester. "Class, please welcome Tiffany." And in walked this overly smiley blonde girl, lip gloss shiny enough to blind a bird, a crop top 2 sizes too small, and fake nails long enough to type on a keyboard from across the room. She looked familiar. But I couldn't place her. That's when it happened. Tiffany looked around the classroom, locked eyes with me, smirked and winked. Full on, slow wink. The kind you give someone when you know a secret they don't. Weird? Yes. Creepy? Absolutely. But things got worse. A lot worse. That night, I came home, threw my backpack on the floor, and heard my dad laughing in the kitchen. And whose voice did I hear with him? Yep. Tiffany. At my dinner table. Wearing my dad's hoodie. Sipping from his world's #1 dad mug. I stood frozen. My mom had passed away when I was 10, and it had always just been the two of us. We had our routine. Our inside jokes. Our Netflix password. Now /. There was a Barbie clone in our kitchen who used peach-scented body spray like it was Febreze. My dad saw me and smiled. "Hey, honey. This is Tiffany. She's special." Special? She was 17. Maybe 18. And my dad was 48. I thought it was a joke. Until 2 weeks later, they sat me down and said, "We have news. We're getting married." I laughed. Like, actual wheezing, can't breathe kind of laugh. Until I realized, they weren't laughing back. My dad held Tiffany's hand like she was some porcelain doll, and said, "I know it's sudden. But we're in love." Love? He'd known her for 3 weeks. I've known her for 7 years. She once stapled her own finger in biology class. "I'm sorry," I said, trying to keep my voice from shaking. "Did you say? Married? Like, wedding rings and everything?" Tiffany nodded and smiled. "It's going to be a small ceremony. Just family, and maybe a few of my followers." Followers. Because of course, she was an influencer. Her TikTok bio literally said, "Future MILF Goat Yoga Ambassador." I couldn't take it anymore. I left the kitchen, stormed up to my room, and slammed the door hard enough to make my bookshelf rattle. That night, I stalked her social media. And guess what I found? A video. Posted 2 days earlier. It was a slow-motion clip of her doing yoga in my living room. Captioned, "Manifesting wifey vibes," and in the background, my dad. Doing downward dog. In compression shorts. I wanted to puke. The next morning, Tiffany tried to give me a smoothie. "Spinach and oat milk," she said cheerfully. "It's anti-bloating." I stared at it like it was a biohazard. She added, "Come on, you'll be my maid of honor, right?" Maid of honor. I blinked. "You're asking me to stand beside you while you marry my dad?" She nodded, sipping her smoothie. "Don't be weird about it. You'll look hot in pastel green." That's when I knew. This wedding was going down. But not the way they expected. Operation WTF Dad was officially in motion. First I needed backup. I called my best friend Jamie. She answered on the first ring. "Hey, remember Tiffany? That girl who got suspended for vaping in the library?" "Unfortunately." "Well, she's marrying my dad." Silence. Then, oh hell no. Within the hour, we had a Google Doc titled Project Cringe Wedding. We brainstormed. Sabotage ideas. Recon missions. Passive-aggressive playlist options. Step 1, find dirt on Tiffany. We went deep. Her Instagram showed her promoting diet tea one week, and then protein brownies the next. One post was tagged in Dubai, the next in her bathroom. Classic influencer fakery. But then, Jamie hit gold. "Dude," she whispered, zooming in on a blurry photo from 3 months ago. "That's Mr. Wilkins. Our math teacher." In the picture, Tiffany was sitting at a restaurant with him holding hands. "That creep," I yelled. "Both creeps," Jamie corrected. Turns out, Tiffany had a thing for older men. She once dated the manager at the trampoline park, for free jump passes. So I printed out that photo and saved it for the wedding. But I wasn't done yet. I found her old Snapchat account. Buried in it, a video of her saying, "I'd never marry a guy with a receding hairline." Gross. Guess who's got one? My dad. I saved that too. 2 days before the wedding, I went full spy mode. Tiffany was having a pre-wedding sound bath with her friends. I snuck into her room, don't judge me, and found her vows. They were written in glitter pen on Hello Kitty paper. It said, "I vow to always support your crypto dreams. Even if Dogecoin crashes again." I lost it. This wasn't love. It was delusion. And I wasn't letting it happen. The big day arrived. There were flamingo balloons in the yard. Tiffany wore a white dress with rhinestones that spelled wifey for lifey across the back. And my dad? He had frosted tips. Like it was 2003 again. I stood under the ridiculous wedding arch made of pool noodles and fake vines. Jamie was beside me, holding the emergency flash drive labeled "in case of cringe." The ceremony started. The officiant was Tiffany's favorite astrologer/life coach, who wore a cape and spoke only in moon metaphors. "And under this full emotional moon," she said, "we unite these two sacred beings, barf." Then Tiffany started her vows. "I promise to always support your protein powder brand. I'll never ask where your money went, or why your bank app is always loading. You're my crypto king, my zaddy, my light." Everyone clapped like they'd just witnessed a TED Talk. Even my grandma. Then my dad started his. "I used to think love ended at 40. But then Tiffany came into my life and my DMs. A few chuckles. I love how she brings positivity, light, and youth." Youth? Even the DJ winced. And just before they exchanged rings, I gave Jamie the nod. She ran to the booth, plugged in the flash drive. And boom, on the screen behind them, a slideshow began. Photo 1, Tiffany holding hands with Mr. Wilkins. Caption, tutor session. Photo 2, Snapchat video of her saying, "Ew, old dudes are disgusting." Her voice echoed through the speakers. People gasped. Photo 3, a screenshot of her group chat calling my dad a walking midlife crisis. Tiffany screamed. My dad looked like someone had unplugged his soul. The DJ tried to play over the chaos with "Here Comes the Sun," which somehow made it worse. Tiffany shouted, "You little witch. You ruined everything." I smiled sweetly. "No, Tiff. I saved everyone." Tiffany stormed out, veil dragging behind her like a wounded peacock. She threw her bouquet at a chihuahua. My dad just stood there, blinking. I didn't know. I handed him a smoothie. Spinach and oat milk. Anti-bloating. "Drink up," I said. "You're single again." The guests awkwardly shuffled away. Grandma asked if brunch was still on. Jamie and I sat on the porch, watching the flamingo balloons deflate in slow motion. "It's poetic," she said. "Tragicomic," I added. Later that night, I posted the video. I didn't even add music. Just raw footage. Caption, "When your dad tries to marry your classmate, so you ruin the wedding." It hit 6 million views in 24 hours. The comments? Wild. "This girl is a legend. Respectfully, your dad needs therapy. Someone give grandma her mimosa." Brands started reaching out. Someone offered me a deal to write a book. But honestly, the best part? My dad took a long hard look at himself. He started therapy. He deleted his crypto app. He even joined a real yoga class, no goats. And me? I graduated with honors, started my own podcast called Family Drama Fridays, and once got recognized at Whole Foods by someone who whispered, "OMG, you're the wedding girl." Yeah. That's me. The wedding girl. And I regret nothing.